Greetings adventurers and welcome back to another episode of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Well, today we do something special. Today we have to talk, you and I. We have to talk about something very important. Because now that we have been here on Creed for a while, let's talk a bit about the early ages of ancient Greece. While this game covers a small part of the so-called classical age during the Peloponnesian War, we already encountered some ruins of older age, such as the palace of Odysseus on Ithaca and the ruins of Mycenae and Tiryns in the Argolis. Here on Crete, there is a similar ruin, Knossos, that we see in the background here. But where do these ruins come from? Why is the game even acknowledging them? The ruins we saw and see here belong into the Bronze Age, the time when people began to make and use objects of copper alloys instead of stone, wood and bone like in the Stone Age. To give you a rough outline of the time span we are talking about, I will throw some numbers at you in the following. Note that they are just a rough orientation and might slightly vary from what you might have heard or read before, as we cannot determine these numbers exactly. That means that it is a relative dating system, not an absolute one as we have today, and thus the numbers may change a bit according to the researchers with different opinions. The Bronze Age in Europe started around 3100-3000 BCE. And ended around 800 BC, depending where you're at. As this is a vast time span, we divide this time into three major phases that correspond with archaeologically traceable events, such as different style of pottery, or the invention of new methods of production, or political events. These three phases are the early Bronze Age, from around 3100-3000 to 2000 BC, so roughly 1000 years long. The Middle Bronze Age, from 2000 to 1700-1600 BC, and the Late Bronze Age, from 1600 to 800 BC, followed by the Iron Age. As this is still a very rough and long-lasting subdivision of the Bronze Age periods, it gets even more precisely divided according to its local context. For the Greek mainland, each of these three subdivisions are divided into three sub-subdivisions. And to confuse you some more, we don't even speak of Bronze Age at all, but of Helladic chronology. So the early Bronze Age is divided into early Helladic 1 to 3, the Middle Bronze Age into Middle Helladic 1 to 3, and the Late Bronze Age into Late Helladic 1 to 3. But that's not all. Some of the Helladic periods are divided even more, as we have a more precise relative chronology due to archaeological finds. So you could stumble across a dating such as Middle Helladic 2 A2, which is roughly the time between 1375 and 1300 BC. Great, isn't it? But now we are here on Crete, and as it happens, and history has no pity for researchers, this island has its own particular culture that is significantly different from what we see in mainland Greece in the same time period. So, as you can imagine, they also have their own relative chronology. The culture we are talking about is the Minoan one. Thus we call the dating system in the Bronze Age for Crete Minoan. And like that of the mainland, there are the same subdivisions into early Minoan, middle Minoan, and late Minoan, again each divided into 1 to 3 and from that into ABC when needed. But they do not exactly correlate with the Helladic periods. But how do the ruins we see in the game fit into these dating systems? Here on Crete, one of Europe's first advanced civilizations emerged. Somewhere around 2000 BC, the people who settled on Crete started to build monumental structures that we call palaces today. They were no Indo-European people and had rather contacts with Western Asia and Egypt. They even had their own writing system. We call it Linear A, and unto this day no one managed to decipher it. As of today, we know of several settlements with monumental structures from this period. One of it is Knossos. After natural disaster, most probably an earthquake around 1800 or 1700 BC, the so-called older palaces got destroyed. The settlements were rebuilt though, and even gained more importance and influence, especially Knossos that we are standing in at the moment. These younger palaces, from after the earthquake until around 1450 BC, belonged to the heyday of the Minoan culture. By the way, the Minoan culture is named after the legendary King Minos of Crete by Sir Arthur Evans, who excavated Knossos. The myth of King Minos is pretty funny, but not really G-rated, so Google it for yourself. It has a lot to do with the Minotaur that we met on this island before. At the same time in mainland Greece, we know of early state-like societies with cross-regional networks and political elites in the early Bronze Age, mainly on the islands like Skyros and Lesbos. Troy, on the west coast of Asia Minor, known from the legend about the Trojan War, goes back to this time too. We know not as much about the Middle Helladic time period though. There seemed to have been a decline in population and only small villages in mainland Greece, until at the end of Middle Helladic III, Greek-speaking Indo-European people, the Mycenaeans, came in contact with the Minoan people of Crete. The Mycenaeans from mainland Greece got inspired and influenced by the Minoan people of Crete and started to build their own palaces from around 1450 BC onwards. These palaces are the ones we visited in the game on Ithaca and those in the Argolis, Tiryns and Mycenae, where this culture has its name from. Only the ones in Tiryns and Mycenae are real. The one in Ithaca we don't know of. Shortly after that, in the 14th century, the Minoan palace of Knossos came under Mycenaean administration. How this happened, we do not know exactly. There are many theories, from internal problems in the Minoan societies to a militant occupation by the Mycenaeans. Most probably a lot of factors led to the takeover. But the writings we have from that time on changed from Linear A to Linear B, an early Greek writing system that we can even read. All throughout Crete we find now Mycenaean traces. And that is exactly the time our ruin here belongs into, the Mycenaean period of Minoan Crete. The Mycenaeans had now their heyday until about 1200 BC. Then we have a decline, and what follows are the so-called Dark Ages. But it might not have been a dark age for the people who lived in it. It is rather a dark age for us, because we have not yet enough knowledge about it. So I hope you liked this little excursion into Greek history. It was only a very quick and rough summary though. So if you want to know more, I think you have to take a book. Well, let me know if you like these things and I can do it more often. But now let's go on with the game itself. There was a little quest. When I looked around, I grabbed it already because I didn't know if it was interesting or not. But I think it's about the actual myth of the Minotaur, so maybe we learn a little bit more here in the game about it. And yeah, this little guy. Yeah, very huge. So yeah, this little guy wants to show us the labyrinth underneath the palace, and the labyrinth has also to do with the Minotaur because he was captured in there. He was very unfriendly, and so yeah, that was his kind of prison, that he doesn't roam free. Let's see if the Minotaur is down there.
Rolling thunder. Yeah,
And
the Minotaur is still alive and hungry.
he doesn't stop talking.
Great. I'm glad you came along. No pattern has a shot of getting out of that damn labyrinth.
Yeah, his father seems to be down there and didn't come back, so I suppose he's dead. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at that. That is... oh, crazy. Let's see. Where?
Isn't this amazing?
Yeah.
I've seen some things, Ardos, but this
is amazing.
So the Minotaur lies beneath Knossos' palace. Open the door. I've got a Minotaur to slay.
Ah, oh, right. It's locked.
Don't worry, we'll find a way. You must know something.
I don't, but the guys who went into the labyrinth with my pater will. I tried talking to them, but they won't speak to me.
They'll speak to me. Who are these people?
The collector, swordfish, and my old caretaker. My old caretaker. Boring old man. Never wanted to talk to me about my pater or the Minotaur. So I left him to find out the truth on my own.
Bold.
And the collector is this guy who buys weird stuff. He's a merchant in Gortin. Oh, and the last guy, they call him Swordfish.
Of course.
He's the boss of Octopus Bay, and he's mean.
Where should I start looking for swordfish?
Fisherman's Beachhead in Heraklion would be your best bet. No one's seen him in years. Some think he's dead.
Swordfish? He must have a long, pointy nose.
No, he's really good with a sword, and he's really good with a fish, I guess.
This collector, where is he?
He lives in Gortin, near some red pillars, in a crazy house with lots of stuff. I've borrowed some trinkets from him. He has so many, he never even noticed.
Don't let me catch you borrowing from me.
From you, I would never get caught.
Tell me more about this old man.
Okay, so my old caretaker recently sent me a message about wanting to meet in Festos.
That's nice of him.
He never answered me about my pater or the Minotaur. Ever. That's why I left in the first place.
I'll go in your place and see what I find.
The message said to meet him at our old house, northeast of here, near Festos.
Where did you say I'll find your caretaker?
Old caretaker. The message said to meet him at our old house to the northeast, near Festos.
I'll make sure they all talk.
Oh, so that's interesting. That's the following quest to the one we had already with the swordfish, because we couldn't find him in the last episode. Now he plays a role in that quest too. That is indeed very, very interesting. And I thought he said that they were in there with his father, but obviously not. Are they? I mean, we can talk to these guys now, so we should do. And we haven't even seen the whole palace yet. But, yeah, it's all somehow the same. So I think that's okay. Let's get on the roof here. I love the ceilings. They're really beautiful. Like, there are these, and the ones with the double eggs. That is nice. Look at that, the balcony is still preserved. Yeah, it is beautiful. By the way, the ruins, you can visit the ruins, but they are kind of reconstructed in concrete by Sir Arthur Evans, the excavator of Knossos. And yeah, it's not really, well, in our modern standards, it's not really nice. But, I mean, they are, what's that here? Uh-huh. I think we need to go up again. But they are also like an own contemporary witness of the late 19th century. So they are kind of an archaeological object by themselves, the reconstructions. Yeah, and it's nonetheless very impressive. So it's worth a visit. Okay, now we have to go to Gortyn, which is here on Crete. Let's check that out. I already ran around a bit. It's here. That's the temple. That's a quest we are not interested in at the moment. There. We can go there and talk about the labyrinth. And is that blood in the water? No, that's the other quest. We can go there. Swordfish is missing. And what was the other? Full circle. Meet Ardos's caretaker on the outskirts of Phaistos village. So we go first here. I think because it's closest, we only have to follow that road. Let's do that then. And then we go to the caretaker, and maybe somehow we will also find swordfish on the way. I do not know. The others would know though where he might be, right? So let's call the horse when we find the road. It should be here somewhere. Is that the road leading out of the city? Yes. Oh, is there a tunnel? There's a well. But we cannot get in. Okay, cool.
Let's go.
And there he is. So, let's talk to that man, the collector, and see what he collects.
You must be the hoarder.
The collector.
Dust collector, maybe. I'm here about the Minotaur.
No. I don't. I can't. I don't know anything about the Minotaur.
Ardos sent me. He says you know things.
Ardos, the boy. Never talk to the boy. We all promised.
I'm not here to break bones. I'm here for information. Give it to me, and I'll be on my way.
I'll answer your questions, but you won't ask the right one.
Can we not play games?
Fine. You're going to need Theseus's armor, which I sold to be part of a collection at the fort.
There's nothing wrong with my armor.
Nicias thought his armor was the finest in the Greek world. He could have worn Theseus's when we found it. But I was the perfect fit. Minotaur struck me right in the chest. Should have died. But Nicias... Don't make Nicias's mistake. Wear Theseus's armor.
What do you know of the boy?
Son of Nicias. Stubborn. A little shit. His father's son.
You remember him fondly enough, yet you refuse to speak to him.
If I speak, he might not listen. The truth is armor against little, Mystios.
You said you sold Theseus's armor. Who has it?
A military commander, stationed in the fort. He has a cave filled with all sorts of prizes. The armor is his crown jewel.
Sounds like a hard thing to part with.
No, easy. That armor, it would have saved Nicias. It would have saved the boy's father. Yet, I wore it. I didn't deserve. The armor haunted me. No point keeping ghosts in my collection.
Breathe, Collector. I've learned enough. If Theseus's armor is still in the fort, I'll find it.
There are more pieces of Theseus's armor. I've only managed to attain 2 of them. But someone stole one from me. If you find it, you can have it. But give whoever took it a piece of my mind. and perhaps a piece of your blade.
So we have to steal one part of the armor and kill a man for the other. Oh well, that doesn't sound too difficult. I think I know where I have to go. There's this cave icon up there on the screen, and I think that's where the commander is stashing his valuables and where he can steal it from. I do not know though if it is easy to get in there. I haven't been there yet. I just walked around here and uncovered all the question marks. So let's see. It's somewhere here in the mountains, but I think the entrance is from the fore, right? Oh, I whistled. That wasn't my intention. And I think it's back there. So if I'm lucky, I can just sneak in and out, right?
The hidden cave.
Is there somebody in there though? Hello. It seems to be empty. At least empty of people. Uh-oh. Okay. Can we... Ooh, that's the commander himself. Can we just sneak around and steal it? Drachme. Okay, it's a treasure. He doesn't look though. Where could he hide the armor? Uh-oh. He's coming down. Which is kind of cool. Uh-oh, I know. And you are an armor pourer, good sir.
Theseus' armor. Oh, it is real. I wonder how many more pieces of Theseus' armor are there.
Well, most probably a whole set, right? Otherwise it doesn't make sense, does it? There's one more treasure, and I see it. Does he see us, though? Don't think so, he can't. Huh, that was cool. So it seems this quest is a longer one, right? How can we go back? I mean, if we have to find the whole set of armor, this could last a while. Will he go back up? I don't think so, right? Oh. Now, that kinda... is a solution to the problem we have. We can just run out. Patrovos the Fainted, okay. Whatever. Let's just run, right? So we have one piece of the armor. And now we are going to talk to the old man. The old man is somewhere down there, isn't he? And here is the old man's hut, it seems. Let's get in.
This must be Ardos' house.
Yeah, and he's standing right there. He's a poor guy. Hello. Oh, sorry.
Where's the boy? Ardos.
You're his caretaker?
Of course. I need to speak with him.
He's not that old. I am Ardos? What?
Don't worry about Ardos. He's safe, far from here.
Where is he?
I was told to expect an old man. You don't look the part.
It's very important I see him.
Who told you about the boy? Speak!
It's nothing personal with the boy or the old man, but if I tell you anything, I am good as...
Dead? Guess what'll happen if you don't tell me anything?
Okay. What is it you want to know?
Where is the old man?
They're at Festos village, southwest of here.
They got him tied to a post and they're beating him.
What is to happen to the boy?
I don't know, Mistios. They just told me to bring him back. But we both know what they're capable of.
And you'd bring them an innocent boy? You'd stand by as an old man gets beaten.
But
And you agreed to kidnap the boy.
they're just up the road. The cult. Go kill them all. You'll be doing me a favor, too. Let me go, and I won't tell anyone what happened.
I'll let Zeus decide your fate. I need to find the old man.
Thank you, Mistios.
The old man is alive.
I don't kill an
I should check
unarmored
the
man.
temple in Festus.
I don't kill. No, not I don't kill. I didn't kill. And I won't. So he is at Festus too. Or no, that's a different one, right? So that's Festus. That's Cortin. So there's a 4-2 and he's there. But we also don't have the other part of the armor. How would we find that? I think in one random bandit camp or what? I don't know. Why didn't we finish that? Oh, we didn't kill the captain. No, we didn't. Okay. Crazy things are happening here. So, I think we won't meet the Minotaur for a while. Let's see if that is the village we are searching for, at least. A war happened here. Everything's burned down. That doesn't look so good. Festus village. Festus village is no more. Oop, I grabbed that. So, let's see. Up there it looks a bit better. There are still houses, but where is the old man? He said they bound him to
The old man is
pole. Where? Where's the theater? I see no theater. I see a temple-like structure. And I see cultists. I see a boar, too. Yeah, you get me in a second. Where's the theater? Is that the theater? And does he fight me or the boar? Oh, he fights me.
Amongst those guards.
Haha. There you go. Oh, these are many a men. Oh, there's the old man now, I see. Okay, fair enough, okay. While they are kind of occupied with the boar. Oh, he's the... Oh. I'm not trained at the moment. Okay, now. Okay. Yeah, I pick whatever fight I want. Oh, I should heal up. What? Okay, you first. Now we are going somewhere. Hey, put his shield away. Oh, no, not him. Oh, dang it. No. Goodness gracious. I wanted to do that. So now we are talking and then we do that. And now he is down there, or she, or whatever. Whoop! I did. I did block. I want to say that. Oh, the fast ones are really bad. Okay. So, whoop. Okay. I can deal with that. Not one killed, right? That's not so good, is it? Okay. We will deal with the leader, I guess, at the end. Oh, I blocked. Obviously I didn't. Okay. Heal up. And R him. Oh, I'm still going. And I will go for a while. Until you are all gone. That's the plan, at least. Whoop! Hather! You are dead? Okay. One less poking at me. Nice. So, there you go. And... the funny move. Uh-huh, good. No, him. He's dead. Yes. Now him. There you go. And now I can fight you in all manner. Like that. And like that. Whilst you on the floor. Yeah, you have some cool moves, I know. That's awesome. But I have moves too. Look at that. And that. Nice. Hey. Stay with me. I'm not just dying. Ho ho ho. Look at that. An eye patch. Oh, thank you. Not anymore. They're all dead. Don't worry, old man. We will free you in just a second. But I have to look around. Because there is a treasure somewhere. And I want to have it. These are only beds. Okay. No treasure in here. Is there something back here? Or back here? I know we should do that before we fight. But whatever. There's no treasure. And I cannot find the tablet at the moment. Yeah, let's free the man. What was that? Oh, there. Oh, it's another one of these. Okay. Let's free the man then.
Everything I know. Wait. Who are you?
Ardos sent me. Can you walk?
The boy. Thank the gods. Let's get out of here before they return.
And complete. I'm hurrying as much as I can. Where do we go? Do we go back to your home? Or... Oh no, just to talk.
Breathe, old man.
Ardos, the boy. Is he safe? Alive?
I don't know if I can keep him safe. I mean, we are here, right? Not with him. But I think he can take care of himself, to be honest.
I won't let anyone hurt him. Though I do sometimes think about strangling him myself.
Ardos has been known to test even the most resolute of wills.
I'm looking for a way into the labyrinth. Ardos said you might know something.
I know this. That place is death.
What drove everyone out of the labyrinth? Something must have happened.
I never went inside. I'm not a fool. But Nikios wanted me to watch the boy. I stayed outside and prayed. But I heard it. The Minotaur. Two returned. But Nikios...
Ardos said his father is in the labyrinth. Is this true?
Yes. He never came out. Though two who did... will never truly escape it.
Ardos says you refuse to speak or talk to him about his father.
How can anyone tell a boy the person he looks up to, his father and only family, is dead? What I can do in Nikios' honor is to stop his son from entering that cursed place.
Why would they hurt you?
When the survivors fled the Minotaur, they left behind a disc, the key to the labyrinth. And I kept it.
Then why do they think Ardos has it?
Because he does. He stole it from me. And I told them about it. They tortured me, Mystios. I tried not to break. I failed him. I failed him all these years.
The people who tortured you belong to a powerful cult. They have broken stronger men than you. You can still make things right with Ardos. As smart as he is, he still needs someone to look out for him. Family. He needs you.
He doesn't even want to see me, Mystios.
Keep trying.
About the disc. He doesn't know its true purpose, Mystios. With it, you'll be able to open the labyrinth. Just promise to keep him safe.
He'll be safe with me. I should ask Ardos if the old man is telling the truth. This must be a part of the Zeus's armor. Fancy.
What? We have found another part? We must not forget to put it on. Hey, no. Oh man, get out of the way. Come on. These fours. They're a bit ugly to fight because of that. I never can escape their attack. Okay, so wait, they all know that Ardos's father is dead down there in the Labyrinth, but nobody really knows. Oh, I'm close to that too. But sorry, now I'm confused. But nobody really knows what killed him, and they all think it was a Minotaur, but I doubt it because he's a myth, right? So, I don't know what we will encounter here, but it will stay interesting. But not in this episode. We will continue our search for Theseus' armor and the Minotaur in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. Have an adventurous day yourself, and goodbye.